This is Cathy
and Alan Rosen from Sand & Sea Travel.
We want to wish you a happy and most importantly healthy new year. It's been a while since we provided you with an update, and with all that's going on in the world and in travel, we felt it was important to give our perspective as we start the new year.
Whether you want to call it Groundhog Day or a roller coaster ride, 21 was certainly another frustrating year. There was incredibly good news with the widespread distribution of vaccinations, a truly modern medical miracle, which certainly has improved all of our lives. But two new variants during the year reminded us this pandemic is far from over. We start 2022 with record numbers of cases, which, while mostly milder, remind us that a return to normal life is still going to take more time.
Now let's talk about the state of travel. The good news is that in 2021, vacation travel did return, particularly on the cruise side. Alan and I had the privilege of sailing on the first cruise open to Americans on the Celebrity Millennium back in June. It was a wonderful experience, especially with the ship half full. Since that time, we've had many clients sail, including us just last month in December. Our clients have returned for vacations happier than ever with their experience. We consistently heard that not only did they feel safe on board, but enjoy the unique experience of sailing on ships with low passenger numbers.
So where are we now? Everyone's been reading in the papers about how cruise ships have had recent breakouts, the CDC's recommendation to avoid cruising, and that there are a lot of code yellow ships sailing, which naturally scares people from booking. Now, we would never talk anyone into going on a cruise. After all, a vacation should be anticipated, not something to be up at night worried about. But let's look at the facts. Why are cases on cruise ships the lead story for various news outlets? It's because they're the only ones who actually report the numbers of illnesses on board. Public places such as airplanes and grocery stores all have people together in small areas, but they don't report numbers, so there's no information for the press to use. By reporting cases on board, as I believe cruise lines should, they provide an opportunity to sensationalize and dramatize a few cases on board. The Sun Sentinel recently had a headline stating, quote, "It was the worst Christmas since COVID-positive passenger disembarking Odyssey of the Seas," unquote. This was one couple on a ship with thousands of people. The article even said it was 1.1% of the people on board that was impacted. And do you think it would have been a wonderful Christmas for this family if they had to quarantine at home? Of course not. It was their worst Christmas because they were sick and isolated.
To Alan's point, here are some facts that were documented this week in Cruise Week, a trade newsletter for travel advisors. Vaccination rates on board a cruise ship are upwards of 95%, significantly higher than the overall U.S. population, which is hovering at about 62%. The latest data show that even with higher rates of testing, the cruise industry continues to achieve significantly lower rates of occurrence of COVID-19, 33% lower than onshore. According to the CDC's color coding system, a cruise ship may be determined to be yellow and therefore subject to CDC observation if a threshold of 0.10% or more of passengers have tested positive in the last 7 days, or even if just one crew member tests positive.
Now again, we're not trying to talk anyone into taking a cruise. We just want to make sure you understand the facts and aren't being misled by the press. I do truly believe being on a cruise ship where vaccinations are required to board is safer than going to Publix, which I do all the time. In fact, Cathy and I are scheduled for another cruise in March, and we can't wait.
We have many clients booked for vacations between 2022 and 2024, and the vast majority are for cruises. We all hope that this Omicron variant is the last significant one and that we can resume our normal lives soon. But in the meantime, life still goes on and is short with or without COVID. If we wait for the day when it is totally safe to travel, we may never get to experience one of these great joys of life again. None of us know what is around the next corner, and so we have to make the most of every day while we can.
Now, before signing off, we want to remind you that if you do have future travel credits, to stay on top of those. Your Sand & Sea travel consultant can certainly help you book a great vacation with those valuable credits.
Finally, we wanted to let you know that we're not having our travel show again this year. We had decided to cancel it in the fall after reviewing the results of a survey that went out to all of you on whether you would attend. Given the Omicron variant, it turned out to be the right decision. We certainly hope that we can bring back our travel show in 2023.
Thank you again for your patronage. It's been close to 2 years now since we closed our store and became home-based, and we know this was the right decision. We've been able to continue to service your travel needs, even though our revenue has been drastically reduced. San & Sea will be around for the long haul to continue providing extra value combined with personal service in planning your vacation.
On behalf of everyone at San & Sea Travel, we wish you a happy and, again, most importantly, healthy new year. Thank you so much.